Hello and welcome to another We Rise interview for the Women Entrepreneur Club. My name is Marja and today I'm with Ana Gonsalvaes. Hello.
Hello.
And she just started the Women Speak Circle, and of course I would like to know also about her previous work and most importantly how she found her own way of doing business and how she keeps the flow. So welcome today.
Hello, it's
Hello.
really great to be here and
Yeah.
thank you as well. I'm really happy to be doing this interview and it's exciting
Yeah.
to see what unveils.
It's wonderful to have you here and your daughter Joya. Let us just have a look at her, because that's the life of working moms. When we have children, and actually you should see this tripod. We've put it in a plant thing, so it's in between the mint. And we're at a place called Soku, which is, if you're an entrepreneur and you work from home, it's a wonderful place to go once in a while to meet other people and work in a personal environment. But now back to you. Hello and welcome. And where should we start? Because you're in a transformation of your business. You just started the Women Speak Circle. And previously you've done coaching and you've done readings and channeling, and now you're combining the two.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit more about that? And actually, maybe I'll ask you my first question. How did you find your own way of doing business?
Okay, that's a great question. Well, first of all, I've always felt that
A little bit louder,
I've
maybe.
always felt that my what I have, like my intuition and my gifts, they could be used to the world to help people, and that's really what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
To use my psychic and channeling and healing abilities to help other people, but I never knew exactly how and what that would look like. So I studied business studies at university.
Did you know that you had these abilities when you as you studied?
Yes, I did. Yeah,
Okay.
when I was 15, I discovered I could heal myself, but I didn't heal other people. But I knew that I was meant to help people, and I didn't know exactly what that would look like.
Yeah.
And so I just kept going forward, and I never really sat down and said I'm gonna use my abilities to help people. I just kept helping people in general outside in environmental and humanitarian organizations, working in the communities and as a coach as well, and in general administration. But I realized that there was something here that was happening, and there was something deeper that was happening.
And when you say here, what do you mean?
Within my own experience, and within myself and with other people as well, because I was also coaching a lot of people with their own challenges, what they were going through, and I was just being myself and following my intuition and helping them in that way. So it wasn't.
And you saw that the people that you helped got results from it.
Yes.
So it worked.
Yes, it worked. Yes. And then that's how I found, I felt that it was important for me to get established, to at least get like a diploma or be certified in something.
Because that's what we think. We need a diploma. We need some approval from outside, because otherwise we're not good enough. Which of course it didn't change anything about your ability.
No, it didn't. It actually only enhanced and heightened my own abilities, because the course was, the diploma was spiritual counselor.
Yeah.
So really about going deeper into my own issues and bringing myself out, getting out of the way, and helping others using my intuition and my own psychic abilities. And it's funny because from then, what most people would do was start a business, but I was completely resisting it.
Oh yeah?
I went in there to start a business, but it ended up being a personal development journey for me. And so I stopped for a while, and I just started business coaching other people instead, helping them with their own businesses.
Yeah.
And I started channeling paintings, and then naturally I just
Okay.
started selling them as well.
Yeah.
And that happened naturally.
Okay.
And then that's when
That
it
was a
actually,
business.
That was a business. Yeah, that was a business.
Yeah.
And that's when actually people wanted to have psychic readings, and that's when they asked, and then I started doing them,
Yeah.
and then healings, and that also became a business.
Okay, so very naturally,
Yes, very
almost without
naturally.
you even knowing yourself, you were in business. You were doing and delivering services and asking money for it.
Absolutely, and that became my development as well of dealing with people and boundaries and learning to price my services accordingly. Like that felt good for me.
Yeah.
I learned from my art business because I was underselling myself,
Yeah.
but that really helped me on that deeper journey.
Yeah.
So it was that was the base for what was to come
Yeah.
forward. And then so I started doing channelings and healings, and in that business, which also happened naturally,
Yeah.
I wasn't making any money.
Okay.
And it felt like I was giving a lot away for free.
Yeah.
And I was also doing a channeling show and doing weekly channelings, and that didn't really feel good.
Okay, so you listened to your intuition to make the next step.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
If it didn't feel good, what did you do when?
I stopped
You
doing
stopped
it,
doing it,
and
yeah.
then I realized that I wanted to start charging more of what felt good and in alignment with me. So I made a decision,
Yeah.
and then that's when I opened my next business, which was also to do with healing and coaching, but more using spiritual counseling, what I had studied previously.
Okay, so then it
using
came
that.
back.
It came
All,
back.
all of a sudden you saw a fit, how it matched with what you were doing, and yeah.
Absolutely. And then I remember as well, once I made the decision of how much I wanted to charge,
Yeah.
I just made it happen very rapidly.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't second guess myself, and then it just happened.
Okay.
Especially the investment, which most people now would think it's quite a high investment,
Yeah.
and they think that sometimes you have a block around, but actually I realized it was just making the decision and
And
doing
you were
it.
so confident this was it. You were
yeah and
totally
just-
convinced, and therefore you made it happen.
yeah, that's exactly what happened as
Yeah.
well. And then throughout that time as well, it didn't end up working later,
Mhm.
a year, because then I became pregnant as well, and I was also doing continuously channeling a TV show as
Yeah.
well. And I had some clients here and there, but it wasn't really my core work.
Mm.
It wasn't really the coaching as well as the healing. So that's when I just stopped, and I asked my soul, what does the soul of my business
Yeah.
have for me to say at this moment? And it said, let go, just let go.
Okay.
So the more that I let go, the more that people came to me and wanted to have a session. So I just kept letting go.
Okay, so your own way of doing business is staying very close and true to yourself.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I have the feeling that you don't really look at others, how they do business. You really go from what is it for me that I need to do now.
Yes, I've noticed that when I have looked at others, I've
Yeah.
been too overwhelmed by what they were doing that I forgot about myself. But when I've just followed my own intuition,
Yeah.
that's when everything has happened and miracles have occurred, and
Okay.
I felt really connected to myself. So I think it's really important to listen to your own inner voice,
Yeah.
and then that's where in the moment things can happen
Yeah.
naturally. And of course there's advice that you can take, but also know that when you look at other people and what they're doing, they have their own journey. So
Yeah.
whatever they're going through, they've had their own set challenges, and they're not going to be the same as you,
Yeah.
no matter how inspired you are by them. Just take it as an inspiration, and then
Yeah.
yeah
And probably maybe also a realization that you can be successful no matter where you come from
Yes.
or what you do, as long as you follow your own path.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And also very important to note is, what does success mean to you? Because it's completely different for everyone.
Yeah.
And like for me, it's fulfillment and staying true to me and listening to my intuition.
Yeah.
And if I'm not doing that, then I'm not really being a success.
Yeah. No matter how much money you make, you won't feel. If you won't feel fulfilled, you're not successful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. A
This
little
is
bit
what-
distracted. So, but of course you have setbacks and challenges on your path as well, and maybe at some points it's more difficult to listen to your intuition. How do you get back on track?
Great question. Well, first of all, taking smaller steps are better than taking a large step. So, just by listening to how you think, listen to how you are in your body each day. I'm actually just going to get her now.
Going for a little break. And if you have children, you might recognize this. And my daughter is already 9, so for me it's been quite a while, but I remember that if my daughter cries or asks for attention, there's no way I can concentrate on anything else. So Joya, welcome for the camera. Where were we? Oh, take small steps.
So a good exercise, which I really highly recommend, is to feel into how you feel into your body whenever you're going through something very challenging, because the body has a lot of wisdom and it's also a source to your intuition. And probably at this moment it's easier to do it with your heart, to ask your heart, what do you have for me? I mean, what is the most important message that I need to know right now?
Okay. So how do you do that? Because you just sit down and ask your heart
Yes,
out
you
loud?
Can, you
Okay.
can place your hands on your heart and ask, what do I really need to know right now? What is important to me?
And then you wait and sit still and something comes.
Yes.
And that's
yes,
the answer.
Yes. And
Okay.
then, you journal and share. And just notice how your body feels each day as well. And are there any messages that it has for you? And the key is just to pay attention and be patient and kind on yourself. And because it just really wants you to pay attention and to listen, because from then you'll receive the insight and you can move forward and take the steps. And there's so much wisdom as well.
Yeah.
It's like all the steps are already there.
You just have to take them. Well, actually recognize them. Or is there a step before recognizing? Maybe wait and be quiet, listen, recognize them, and then take a step.
Yes.
And then see what's the next step.
Yes.
Yeah.
And because when you take the step, everything else unfolds.
Yeah.
You have opportunities.
Yeah, because the world
around.
will react on you. So you will get all this new information, and then something else will occur.
And your heart will be open as well, because you've listened to it.
Yeah. So we'll be jumping from joy. Yeah, good.
And even if there's a challenge, you can get through it. Sometimes, it is extremely challenging when you're in that situation.
Yeah.
But to trust that you are exactly where you need to be, and everything will be okay. Even if things are not okay, just come back to the center that, it's okay.
Yeah.
Don't be hard on yourself. Don't beat yourself up.
Yeah, so loving yourself is actually the most important thing.
Yes,
Be
it
compassionate for yourself.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's also something that comes out really strong in your women's circle, you told me. Can you share us a little bit about how the women's circle work?
So the women's circle is where women learn the art and soul of public speaking, and it's not just in professional settings. It's more really about helping women to tap into their own inner voice through their bodies and their hearts. And so by that, it's giving them the space where they can truly be seen for who they are, giving themselves permission to show up for them. So it's them taking care of themselves
Yeah.
and loving themselves and truly seeing themselves for who they are, whereas before they wouldn't have that opportunity to see themselves.
Yeah.
And then when they are in that power, when they are connected to themselves, they can truly this is really what it's like.
Yeah.
They can truly express themselves freely
Yeah.
and from their hearts,
Yeah.
authentically.
And I can imagine that some women might find a circle a little bit scary because you're sharing very intimate or very personal things. And I work in the We Club a lot with circles as well. So I know it's very important to create a safe space and to have, to make everyone feel at ease. Is that, do you also have that at the women's circle?
Yes,
Because it's about speaking, but I think you bring, of course, everything that you are as well. So your coaching and your other abilities.
that's the number one, to contain to create that sacred container, and
Yeah.
everything is also confidential, so whatever we experience and share in the circle, it will not be shared elsewhere. So it's like I know, but a more supportive one.
Yeah, and I know it's wonderful to have sisters there who are supportive, and it's just actually so much more warmth and it's really like what do you call it in Dutch? You call it a bedding. It's not in English. Oh, holding space. Holding space for each other. Yeah, it's really feeling that you're not on your own and that there are other people experiencing the same and they can hold your space.
And what's really awesome is seeing the women truly radiating, like being in their power at the end of the evening, just giving it for themselves.
Yeah.
Because one of the things of Women Speak, the culture, is really about celebrating women as they are, for who they are in that moment, and just giving them the space to be. And that is really transformational and very empowering.
Sounds like a wonderful place to practice and to play. Yeah. And it's in Upkoude. You just started.
So we just started.
You can start any time, right?
Anytime, yeah. Women can come anytime.
When do you come together?
We come together on Thursdays between 7 until 10 p.m.
Yeah.
So it'll be this Thursday from 7 till 9.
Yeah.
7 till 9.
Okay. And you can come. You can do an introduction, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
You can
if
come
you like to come.
and an hour before and do an introduction, and then you can also stay for the other 2 hours. So it's part of when you pay for the entry fee.
Yeah.
And then you stay for the 3 hours in total for the introduction and also the circle experience. And
Wonderful. We'll share the link in the interview. So thank you so much for being here. I really enjoyed it, and I will note down your tips. I'm doing some of them already, but it's good to have a reminder. And
it's been really, really awesome.
Yeah,
Really
I love to
beautiful.
visit your Women Speak circle.
You're more than welcome
Yeah.
at any time.
Nice. Thank you
Been
so
really
much.
happy. Thank you.
So this has been a really nice interview, and if you are inspired to do business your own way, because this is Anna's way, but you have your own way, and you like to do more of that, then please visit our website, the Women Entrepreneur Club website. It's well, let me just share it because it's really difficult to spell. And I hope to see you at one of our monthly meetups. And of course, please join us for the next interview. Have a great day. Bye.
Bye.